Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Ready, 53. 52 blaster. Blue striker.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Parks. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. Not
a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Pressure cut. And down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Throwing to start the drive. Pope, complete here. It's Hyde.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pope into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Pope looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. Here's Harris to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on second down. Pope. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Yeah, this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Inside handoff now, Miller. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. Pope. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They'll run on first down. Hughes. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 7. Here's a give to Miller. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, Woodson able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. He'll try again, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. And he planks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Pope. And able to catch it on the left side. But they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back. It brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there. For Miami, 56 yards.
Okay, break.
Watch the pass. Yeah, check it.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from going up by 40. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Nothing fancy there on that two-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like Sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Home, firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Pope. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6. And now it brings up third. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on third down. Pope. Being chased. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize. Teams, that's how they put them on notice.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red. Pause red. Hey, cross steal. Hey, blue.
Go get him. Check 43.
Cut.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
Ready. 43 rail.
Check 13.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are pouring it on.
Under 10. 10. Check out 3. Check nickel.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, it told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Eagles send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking deep downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to the air on second down. Poe got his man complete over the middle. That's Shelton. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on first down. Pope. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Pope. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, Brent.
Slam, slam, slam. SOS.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it. Right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Miller, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Check it out. Switch. Tighten up.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. The Jets trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The Niners locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Packers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Pump. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The off. Defense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Miller, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to put.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. Pump.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
To throw on second down. Patton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 59 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Looking to throw on second down. Pope throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shelton. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
That's pulled in at the 32.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. Miami set to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out, but I don't. I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Ready.
2nd and 8.
White. White. Mega.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yep. That much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And here's Marshall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Woodson, and he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 20-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. This is Marshall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Pope. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point attempt to follow here. This part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
And out now come the Eagles.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McCoy. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
65 yards rushing for him so far, and a boatload of touchdown runs as well.
They'll run on first down. Woodson. He's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They'll run with Marshall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down now, Woodson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Marshall. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down. Marshall. And he'll get this one down to... At the 10-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
36.
Now a handoff up the middle. Woodson. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He finds his man. And complete. It's Sullivan. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. The Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. Throwing to start the drive. Pope in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Miller to the 43, 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A first down carry now for Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive. Pope, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Operating from the gun. Pope. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Shelton. That one a first down pickup. Of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Pope. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll look to throw again. Going right in there. That's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first.
Down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than...
And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 30.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for the Dolphins, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.